Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at Buzzwole in the Ultra League for the Summer Cup, and we're going to be pairing it up with two electric types. Now, we were getting countered pretty hard, as you can see here. Charizard right out the gate. This is my first battle here, and it worked out quite nice, so we're going to be going with an ABB line. So we do have Zapdos as well as Lantern. Lantern's going to be level 50 and 100% IV, and Zapdos has just been putting in the work. Really like this thing. Okay, so I did have to skip ahead. I did have another video I was going to upload as far as Go Battle League, but I just wanted to get this one up here for you all. So if you can give it a big thumbs up, I would really appreciate it if you can hit that like button. It really does help out the channel here. But with that said, let's go ahead and take a look at these battles. We got quite the lengthy video, so maybe go grab a drink or a snack and let's get into this and see what we got going on here. Everything did well. Everything did amazing. Now the trick is to have two electric types and to have them think that, oh, your electric type is down, and then you kind of work your way around that situation there, and it worked out fantastic. They're going to be swapping to catch a Thunderbolt on their Pelipper, obviously going to one-shot it, bringing back that Jellicent. Is Shadow Ball going to be enough to take me out? It's not, but we immediately swap into the Buzzwole, getting off the lunge, and we do have a little bit of energy left. Shadow Ball's not going to KO us at this point here, so they do decide to back out. And it would have been a close one if they stayed, but we're taking that win. Next battle met with an Ampharos. This is somewhat of a kind of a neutral battle here, so we'll take it. And the backline doesn't necessarily really want to see Ampharos, so this is actually the best place that we can see it. Gonna go ahead and let that go. Unfortunately, it was a Thunder Punch. Thought it might be a brutal swing. And they're catching the lunge with their Arachnoid. We swap into our Lantern here because we're gonna be able to take these hits a lot better if they do go for, there you go, Liquidation, as opposed to Zapdos, where it would have just straight been neutral damage. And, well, in this situation here, we're just going to be able to absorb it. All right, taking them down. In comes the Ampharos. We're getting to the Surf, but not before they hit their charge move here. I would assume it's Thunder Punch again. Brutal swing this time. Sounds good. And we're going to go ahead and go for the Surf here, which is going to do quite a bit to them. All right, sounds good. We can't take them out with our quick move, unfortunately. So we're just going to go ahead and hit this Surf before they do hit another brutal swing here. And they're going to be shielding. They don't want to see an electric type in the back. Well, I got news for you, buddy. I've got news for you. We've got a whole Zapdos back here. So let's see what it is going to be. Oh, yeah, Jellicent. This is exactly what I'm talking about. See? Okay, let's go. All right, so we're going to go ahead and throw that lunge and then swap into the Zapdos after we did lower its attack. Now we can take a... Ooh, Shadow Ball, yeah, we could take that, of course, but yeah, it's going to do quite a bit. They go for a Surf because we still have two shields. They want to get those, and I do let it go. Going to go ahead and go for the Drill Peck, and at this point, we can pretty much just quick move them down, and that's going to be pretty much a wrap. We're just going to keep shielding up. No, we go for this here, and I do believe they just let it go because they do realize it's over. No, okay, they're putting up a fight until the end. They said, nah, not that easy, buddy. All right, going to obviously shield this up here. And we get to the Drill Peck, and we don't even need to hit any of these bubbles at Zapdos. I keep saying Zapdos. I don't know why I'm doing that now. Probably because I said it a couple of videos back just to tell you how I used to say it, and now I'm stuck on it. As you can see here, I wasn't lying about bad leads up against Pidgeot. Horrible lead there. And so we're going to go ahead and swap into our Zapdos. And we'll let this go. I'm more than likely going to be a Brave Bird because they're going to want to retreat exactly and do a ton of damage. We get to the Drill Peck and they do swap into their Wilmer. Was that a... No. Oh, okay. A Virizion. And we get to another damn Drill Peck. Are you serious? Do they want to double shield this thing here? Oh, they're letting it go. And bringing back the Pidgeot. You know what? That just works out perfect. We're going to bring in the Lantern. Hopefully farm them down. Unfortunately, they're going to be getting, I would assume, a Feather Dance here. Oh. Okay, yeah, they're just going Brave Bird, that's right. And that's perfect, so they didn't lower our attack. We're going to go ahead and hit that Surf, and they have their own Buzzwole in the back. And Buzzwole is pretty much the showcase here. So, yeah, let's have a little fun with it. We've used it in Ultra League. Good old Jeff Goldblum over here, the Fly. All right, we're going to, if it went the right way, all right, instead of just falling apart here. If you've seen that movie before, kind of crazy. All right, anyways, we're going to go ahead and, yeah, just let that go. And they're going to be backing out. We still have two shields there. Next battle, what are we going to see? Heracross. Okay, we got Bug and Fighting, except this time that's a different Pokemon. Perfect. This is an interesting one. Now, Rock Blast, yeah, it's going to do a decent amount because we are Bug. Also Fighting, but Buzzwole's stats are amazing. It's probably one of the best bugs out there, right? We're going to go ahead and go for lunge, of course. And getting to another one here. Did they swap to catch they did with the Tentacruel. Sounds good to me. So we're going to go ahead and bring in our Lantern here and have a little fun. We've lowered their attack. If they have Sludge Wave, that's still going to do a decent amount, but they're hitting me with an Acid Spray. Sounds good. We're going to go ahead and throw that Thunderbolt right away here and farm them down and come out of this with a lot of energy because, yeah, we're going to be looking great here, right? So we'll just do that. Their Heracross does have energy, so we do need to keep that in mind. And there it is. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and shield it up just in case it is a close combat. Throw in a Rock Blast and get in my shield. That's okay. We have way too much energy to waste here. We're going to go ahead and throw a Surf. They're shielding up. And I immediately swap, and they bring in a Blastoise. So they've got one shield, I've got one. We're going to be able to get to the lunge here. And we've still got a Zapdos. I keep doing it. What the freaking hell am I doing? Still have a Zapdos in the back here. And we're looking amazing. Now, I do bring the Lantern for them to kind of just waste up their energy. And it is a Hydro Cannon, so that's perfect. We go for the Thunderbolt here. What do they want to do? They let it go, and I'm like, come on. And we get to the Surf. Perfect. And I'm still thinking, okay, well, we're fine, but Rock Blast is going to do a lot. I already know they're going to be able to get to 2 here. So please don't KO. I don't think it is. I mean, I didn't. I was thinking Shadow Zapdos Great League Squishy. I wasn't thinking Ultra League, so of course we would survive. So, yep, taking that, no problem. Getting to the Drill Peck, and we take the win there. Very good game. All right, moving it on into the next one, Virizion. Yeah, this is great. See, we resist Stone Edge, too. They swap into a Zapdos. Okay, sounds good, sounds good. I should have swapped into my Lantern immediately. I screwed up. Oh, yeah, I screwed up big time. I thought I'd be able to get to this a little faster, but I was just not paying attention. That was a bad move. Amateur move on my end. Now we bring in Lantern here. We're going to go ahead and let this go. Thunderbolt is doing a decent amount, but we did lower their attack, so we do have a little bit of room here. But the bad part is I should have swapped immediately because now they're going to be bringing in Virizion. Yeah, exactly. That was just... When you have a lead like that, you swap immediately. So anyways, we already know I screwed up. Okay. All right. So Leaf Blade. Okay, well, that's great. I thought they would farm up a little bit more, but they immediately swap. They have a Charizard in the back. Now we are down a shield, so we're not out of the clear yet. We need to call this Dragon Claw. Beautiful. Since we do resist their wing attack, we will have no problem getting farmed down here. Getting to the Drill Peck, they're using their shield. Great, folks. This is getting a little bit crazy here. Buzzwole does not want to see Charizard whatsoever. 4 times weak to that quick move. Obviously weak to the fire. And Dragon Claw is still going to do a decent amount here. While all of our moves are weak, they let it go. I was so damn confused. I was thinking, wait, I was going to lose maybe here. But they let it go. Maybe they thought I had more energy. Who knows? But we take the win. Looking good. Okay. Who knows what happened? Maybe they couldn't use their shield. That happens to me too. Horrible lead up against the Talonflame, so I immediately swap into the Zapdos, and they're going to be bringing in their Trevenant. We go for the Drill Peck. They can let this go, but it is going to be pretty close. Our quick move's not really doing enough to take them out here. But since they did let that go, I do believe I am going to be shielding them up and farming them down because, you know, I want to win that swap. That was pretty good. And they go straight Shadow Ball. I thought they would bait, and we're able to quick move them down. Unbelievable. Crazy. So it's pretty much in the bag almost here. So bringing in a Swampert, there's one Drill Peck, we get to another. They're going to be able to farm us down, but I mean, Buzzwole, yeah, they've got no health left too. One counter. Whoop, there we go. Snuck it through. If they had 2 Hydro Cannons, they're going to be going down. Buzzwole flexing on them. They go for Earthquake. And bringing back in that Talonflame, I bring in Lantern. That's a wrap. I just needed that alignment, and we got it. We're looking good. Next battle, what are we going to see here, folks? What are we going to see? Buzzwole up against a Virizion again. Sounds good to me. They're going to be swapping into a Charizard. I bring in Zapdos, severely screwing up. Yeah, I know. Miss-swap, whoopsie. I definitely wanted to go with the Lantern because, well, we encountered a Grass type in the front. And we pretty much wall Charizard as a Water and Electric type here. So, yeah. Miss-swap. Now I have to call the Dragon Claw, which I did. If we can get 2 shields out of them, okay, we'll kind of make up for this situation here. But I kind of technically still want to use 2 shields and win the swap because Lantern's matchup with Virizion is so bad. We do not want that to align in their favor. And we still have a decent amount of health here. Bringing in their own Zapdos, I got a little nervous. Could have probably made it to Thunderbolt, but they would have made it to Drill Peck. So I was like, I'll just do this damage. But, whoa, this is not looking good here. I bring in Lantern. You know, the Thunderbolt's going to be doing a decent amount. Let's see how much this is going to do here. And, oh, shoot, we're not going to survive another one, but we're able to get to the surf here. Let's go. This is going to take out the Zapdos, and we'll immediately swap back into our Buzzwole. We have energy ready to go. Getting off the lunge, the Stone Edge is not going to cut it. I'm going to be able to outpace them and simply take the win over this Virizion here. Buzzwole. Haha, this thing is amazing. One Stone Edge, and getting to the next one. Could have maybe went for Superpower, but let's go ahead and just go for the lunge here. Let's call it a day and take the win there, and we're looking good and moving it on to our next battle. What are we going to see this time? A Kingdra? That's pretty neutral. I'll take it. Sue, going to go for the lunge right away here. If they go for Outrage, going to do... it depends on how much they do here. Let's see. Outrage will... Ooh, would that take me out about here? Yeah, it should. Oh yeah, a couple more Dragon Breaths. Yeah, down we go. Nobody's used the shield. Now this is not particularly a great situation here. Bringing in the Lantern to farm them down. That's the only play. Well, it's not the only play. This is not Outrage. This is going to be... Oh, okay, no, I'll take it back. Outrage. Okay. Always opposite. I wasn't counting. All right, so what do they bring in? I go for Thunderbolt, whatever it was. Oh, their own Lantern. Oh, shoot. Yeah, this is not ideal. And it's Best Buddy. Well, hello there, Lantern. And we got Zapdos in the back, and our Buzzwole is gone. Yup, not looking great for me. So I do let it go. We're going to just have to put all our hope in Zapdos here. Now, we're not particularly in a great position. This thing can't take a hit, so once shields are down, good night, sleep tight, and we better hope that there's something in the back and we can one-shot it to let it go. All right, and they have a Pelipper. I wasn't confused. I was like, okay, I mean, that's not a good position to be in, but... maybe they were expecting me to bait or something. Nonetheless, we're going to take the win here because they had exactly what I needed to see in the back. Let's go. Thank you, Algorithm. I appreciate Algorithm. Oh, thank you, Algorithm, again. Met with an Alolan Golem. They're going to be swapping into their Kingdra. Kingdra's a little bit of an annoying swap to handle with this team particularly. Okay. So, what are we going to do here? Well, we got to bait them. We're not going to win this. If they double shield, we can't win it. But at least we can get both shields out of them and get to another Joe Peck before they do farm us down here. So at least we have that going for us. Now, alignment's not going to be in our favor, but we still have a shield on our end here. So there is that going, right? I think we're going to let this go. It is going to be Octazooka. Did they lower our attack? Yes, they did, unfortunately. That's okay. They are shieldless. Bringing in a Jellicent and immediately swap. They see the Lantern, and I could take both of those Pokemon out with the Lantern, so they back out. So it was at this point where I was getting sick and tired of the bad leads. Now, I was showing the decent ones. I'm not going to show you all the rock, paper, scissors, okay? That are pretty much just a bad lead, bad swap, bad counter in the middle. So I'm going to put Salazzle in the front, and let's see what happens now. Okay, that would have been a bad lead for Buzzwole, so we'll take it, and it's kind of typical. We do have the electric in the back as well as the bug, so it kind of aligns perfectly for what we would see up front. And I've been in this position before, so what we're going to do is go ahead and let the Feather Dance go. Since we did use Salazzle, we're kind of a little bit more comfortable using it now, because at first I was just not too sure of what it can take as far as damage, right? So at this point, I think we do want to shield this up. And they're either going to double shield or we'll win this matchup here. This is not going to actually quite KO. I think we need one more quick move, and down they go. So great. 1-to-1 shield. We don't have much health, so they're not going to be able to get that much farm. And it is a Whalmer. Okay, of course it is. All right, so this is perfect. We bring in our Buzzwole. They swap. They have a Roserade in the back. I'm going to be going for a lunge here as to not screw this up. We got to lower their attack. No, as a matter of fact, we got to stay here. We got to do as much damage as we possibly can with the Buzzwole. So we let this go because they are shieldless at this point. And now we'll have to shield this one up. Thought I'd be able to almost outpace them, but unfortunately not. Getting to the next lunge, which is going to be doing a decent amount. It's not super effective because of the poison. And damn, it's getting close. So I swap into the Lantern to farm them down. Unbelievable. Let's go. And that's a wrap. Well, it's not a wrap yet. I mean, they can go for Earthquake, but here's the thing. Earthquake's not enough to take us out. We are shieldless. And I've done this before, been in this position. Take a look. Still not enough. Icicle Spear, still not enough to take us out. Lantern is a little tank over here, holding it down at level 50. Where it belongs is the Great League, but in the Ultra League, it can shine as well, too, sometimes. Next battle, we're going to be met with the Charizard with the Salazzle in the lead, and fine, we'll take it. Another somewhat neutral battle here. They're doing neutral with their quick move, but we're doing pretty much as much with our fire move to them. Gonna go for the Poison Fang. They're gonna be letting it go. Now, unfortunately, we're gonna have to shield this up. We could let it go, but it's gonna be too low. They'll farm us down. And they're swapping into a Chesnaught. I was trying to go for the Poison Fang, but I guess I swapped a little too soon while Buzzwole's flexing over here. Like, come on. You don't got anything. So we're gonna be able to get to the lunge here. It's gonna do a decent amount, but they are gonna be grass or fighting, so it's not gonna KO there. Oh, I didn't hit all of them because I wanted to get a little bit of extra farm, but I was not able to get to the charge move. Superpower would have taken out Charizard. So we bring in the Lantern. This thing is gonna wall it. Let's go. Come on. What you got? What you got in the back? Oh, a Tangrowth. So I'm looking at the clock. We immediately swap when we can. Going for the Poison Fang as soon as possible. They have already gotten a decent amount of farm over there. And a Power Whip would take us out. That's just how squishy we are, unfortunately. They go for a Rock Slide. We get to the next Poison Fang. Things are getting a little bit interesting here. We just need to take them out. That's it. I think Salazzle's going to finish this off. Damn. Little thing is holding it down. Crazy. Look at this thing. All right. So, Little Lizard taking out Big Lizards. Sounds good to me. Next battle. Great lead up against a Venusaur. They're going to be swapping into a Walrein. And great swap. We've got rock, paper, scissors going on here for us. Thank you, algorithm. Appreciate it. Let's go. Going for the lunge. Going to lower their attack. Easily going to be able to take the next Icicle Spear. Oh, I got something in my throat. And then we'll be very low. So can we get to the lunge? Ooh, yeah. Bring in that Venusaur. Of course we will. This is going to do a decent amount while lowering their attack, but they're going to get a decent amount of farm here as well. We absolutely do not want the Lantern to align with that. So we bring in the Salazzle. They swap into a Charizard. We bring in the Lantern. That's a wrap here. We're looking good. But here's the thing, actually. If I take them out too quick, they could farm a decent amount. And then that's exactly what happens here. But it's pretty much a wrap. The Salazzle, we've still got 2 shields. It's not happening here. Especially if they let that Surf go. Yeah, so they're going to back out. We take the win. We're looking good. And yes, we had a good lead. Absolutely, and a good swap. Yeah, that's what happens. Yeah, exactly. Next battle, another Pidgeot. All right, we've seen this before, but I do believe I screw up on this one here. Not particularly too bad, but I should have hit that Poison Fang already. So it doesn't lower their attack. Lowers their defense, but still. Anyway, so we're going to go ahead and build up to 2 here and hit them back to back while they can sneak another quick move through. Lovely. Gotta love when that happens. It always happens. And going for another one here. They did lower my attack as well, so it's not doing that much. This is getting pretty close. Now, you've seen me shield before. I do believe we're going to let this one go. And bring in the Lantern. Farm them up. Okay, you already know they're going to have something for electric. And it is a Galvantula, so they haven't lowered my attack. Obviously, we're going to go ahead and go for that Surf. This Buzzwole, yeah, it's okay up against it. It's okay. All right, now that's something you don't see every day. That's a Barbaracle, and we're going to go ahead and just lower its attack. I don't care, whatever. We're in a great position here. We just need the realignment. We're perfectly fine. This is going to be a rock and water, so they're taking tons of damage from our fighting. We've got a lunge ready to go, but they're going to be able to get this off. We've got 2 shields. And we're going to let it go. That's no problem. We'll survive this lunge. Yep, that's exactly what they're going for. We're going to go for our own lunge here. Going to be able to farm us down because we can't quite swap yet. Or now we can, and we do immediately here. And actually, we start just flexing. I'm just going to let all this go here. We don't really need to shield it up since we've lowered their attack. Since we're also part electric, we're not going to be taking that. We'll take a decent amount from their discharge, but now we'll go ahead and start shielding up. I'm not going to go all the way here. We are definitely going to take a decent amount of damage from that. All right, going for the Surf. What's going to happen? Down goes the Galvantula. We take the win and moving it on to our next opponent. Let's keep it moving here. Wait, whoa, it came back for revenge. Okay, sounds good. Salazzle loves to see that. It's going to put it on the barbecue right there. They swap into a Tapu Fin, and we're going to go ahead and bring in our Lantern to have a little electric fun with this fairy over here. Going to go for that Thunderbolt right out the gate. This Moonblast is not going to, it's just going to tickle us. All right, no problem. Now we're going to farm them down, and we're looking great here. Got all this energy ready to go. What do they want to bring into the fight? Trevenant. Yeah, that's not good. No, that's not good. Yeah, that kind of walls us pretty bad. Well, they're going to be able to get a crap load of farm here. Going for another Thunderbolt. I do believe we're going to be able to bring them into the yellow at least. Swapping so they can't get any more farm. Knowing they're going to be bringing back Galvantula. And just awaiting the alignment with the Salazzle in just a minute. We're going to have a little fun with that. So let's see what happens here. Now, I'm feeling like they're going to go for a lunge. So I wasn't even planning on shielding, but they go for a discharge. No problem, whatever. We went for a lunge to lower their attack. Going for another one here. We don't hit any of the bubbles because we want to farm up. And then this smart guy over here is like, okay, I'll do the same. All right, so he doesn't do any, and we're just going to sit there. That happens sometimes when you have players that know exactly what is going to take place. We'll just sit there because we know we don't want you to farm our Pokemon. So, yeah. Anyways, I don't want to be telling too much over here. And we're going to be able to take the win. Yeah, they had opportunity to use their shield. They were just waiting. They just were taking too much damage from our quick move. So, good night, sleep tight. Next battle, horrible lead, horrible swap. This is at the point where I was just like, nah, I'm good. And that would have been a 5-0. But of course, it hit me with a good old hard counter. So, can't complain. We were getting some decent leads at swaps. So, yeah, looking good. Whatever. Moving it on to the next one here. What are we going to see? Met with an Ampharos. That's a pretty neutral matchup here. Okay, neutral damage all around, so can't complain. Now, I did have Dragon Pulse for a minute, but I put on Fire Blast. I haven't went for any of them because there was just no opportunity. Most of the time, for the Summer Cup, you're really just going Poison Fang for the most part. Obviously, you can go for Fire Blast sometimes, but anyways, going for another Poison Fang, and they're going to be double shielding that damn Ampharos. Okay. All right, we'll let that go. It's going to take us out here. We'll bring in Buzzwole to have a little fun. Can we counter them down? And we do. Beautiful, beautiful. That is what we want to see. Bringing in a Virizion. That is really what we want to see. What do we have in the back? Ice? Rock? Another grass? What you got back there, man? All right, going for another lunge here. Stonehenge is just going to tickle us at this point since we did lower their attack by 2 stages, and we can farm them down. And what's back there? I'm very curious. Oh, yeah, it was that Miltank. Okay, so we'll go for the superpowers. Very rare that we're going for these now. Usually just want to go for that lunge in this cup here. And we'll shield this up. Could have let it go and went in with the lantern, but why not? Let's just shield it up and go for the superpower. Star of the show, Buzzwole flexing all over the place over here. And we're taking the win and moving it on to our next opponent. All right, what do we got here? Make sure you hit that like button if you haven't done so yet. So we've got a shiny Electivire. Very nice. Now, the whole time I was thinking to myself, they're going to Ice Punch me. I'm going to shield it, and then they're going to Wild Charge me, and then I'm going to shield it. Yeah, that's exactly what I did. I was like, yep, there's the Ice Punch, and now this is a Wild Charge, and I'm not going to lose a swap now, so I'm just going to go ahead and shield up and farm you down. Yep, that's exactly what happened. All right, so what are they going to be bringing in here? Charizard. I mean, hope is not lost. Just because we're shieldless, we still have some power here. All right, we've got a couple of Poison Fangs from Salazzle, and we still got 2 electric types at the back, so it's looking pretty good here. I kind of wanted to swap, but I didn't want to get locked with a grass type at this point with the lantern or something, so I just let it take me out. Now we bring in the lantern, and there's the grass. Exactly. See? So we bring in the Buzzwole immediately before they can get off a Stone Edge, lowering that attack. We just got to do enough damage to realign the lantern, and if they do somehow beat us, they'll have to use a shield first of all, which is not going to happen. Well, I mean, technically they can use that shield, but then we just go in here with lantern and we take them out with Surf. So, yeah. But what's going to happen here is the Charizard gets a little bit of extra farm. What I could have done is not done as much, farmed a little bit more, so I could have had a charge move ready to go to lower the attack on the Charizard. But it honestly doesn't really matter because, look, it's not Shadow. I don't need to worry about it, so we just quick move them down and we take the win. Looking good. Moving it on. What do we got here with the Salazzle? Another decent lead. Okay, we got a Heracross here. Looking good. They're going to be swapping into a Miltank. We're going to go ahead and bring in our Buzzwole and have a little fun. You already know what it is. Don't think we're going to need to shield up anything. So going for the lunge, of course, so we can just easily take these charge moves, no problem, without having to shield up. I mean, we could have went for superpower, but not ideal, right? Not ideal for this situation. And now we're going to try to farm them down, and we don't. They get to a body slam. This is not going to KO, but we are going to have enough to throw at whatever we want here. We're going to go for a lunge right away. We just want to lower the attack. I would assume it's going to be that Heracross, and that's what it is. Going to be able to farm for a couple of counters here. That was 1, 2 counters worth of energy. Bringing in the Salazzle. Now, we do need to look out for Rock Blast. That is going to be doing a decent amount. We did lower their attack, but we still don't really want to take it with Salazzle. I mean, we'll just go ahead and shield up. Let's see what happens here. Go on Rock Blast. They swap. Well, we take them out. Golly, that was doing a ton. So what's going to happen here up against Tentacool is we're just going to... I think we just keep throwing these Poison Fangs. I was kind of tempted to build up to Fire Blast, but I wasn't trying to have them shield that up. I figured we're just going to lower their defense all the way. Well, all the way is 4 stages, so by 2 stages, good enough. Now we're going to be able to just quick move down, and again, another situation where my opponent is not going to have the opportunity to use their shields, so it's not like you're sitting there looking at them like, why don't you use your shields? Well, they they were going to save them for right now, but I'm not allowing it. If you did enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all next time. Take care.
Hey! So you're finally here! Fantastic!